The other thing that we wanted to focus on tonight is the fact that a leading homophobe, James Dobson, of Focus on the Family, is scheduled to be honored by the National Radio Hall of Fame, which is located here in Chicago. At one time, until 1993, the museum was located at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, the old library, the Cultural Center in downtown Chicago. Since 2003, the museum's director, Bruce Dumont, has been trying to rehab a building near Kinsey and State to relocate the museum to that place. He has inducted a number of people into the Radio Hall of Fame, people who were well known in the history of broadcasting, Jack Benny, people like that, Rush Limbaugh. And we have no issue with the fact that there is such a museum. In fact, I personally think it's a good idea. I think radio is an important communications medium, and people who have made a significant contribution, a contribution that is worthy of honors, should be recognized. But James Dobson of Focus on the Family is not one of those people. And we want to talk a little bit tonight about why Dobson is unworthy of recognition in the National Radio Hall of Fame. And there he is, James Dobson. The honor is scheduled. Now, we hope to get this honor revoked, but in the event that we're not successful in that effort, he is scheduled to be honored on November 8th at the Renaissance Chicago Hotel, which is located, as you can see on your screen, at 1 West Wacker Drive. We're calling for the protest to begin there at 5:30 p.m., and we will have a loud protest in the event that this honor is scheduled. Now, let's talk about why it's wrong for James Dobson to be honored. Thomas, what's your opinion about that?
Where can I begin? He's in the same tradition of bigot homophobes as Hagee, Jerry Falwell, even to me James Meeks, and I don't think that he should be honored with such an award. Would we honor someone who was anti-Jewish? Would we honor someone who was racist against African Americans? So why should Bruce Dumont give this man this honor who has preached anti-gay sentiment and said anti-gay things?
Well, Dumont claims that the honor that's being given Dobson meets the criteria that have been set forth by the Broadcast Museum and its Hall of Fame. And it has to do with such things as length of broadcasting and the breadth of the station's coverage and that kind of thing. Now, I'm sure it's the case that Dobson meets these criteria, but so did, now you have to go back a few years to remember this name, Father Charles Coughlin. During the 1930s, Coughlin was an immensely popular radio broadcaster. His broadcasts were heard by millions of Americans, coast to coast. But he's not in the Radio Hall of Fame. Could it be that he was a notorious anti-Semite who revered Hitler and Mussolini? Dumont claims that no politics intrude upon their decisions as to who to honor. But let's be real here. They would never honor someone like Charles Coughlin.
Or would they honor anyone like David Duke?
David Duke, the Nazi. Let's suppose that he had a radio program. And millions of people listened to him, and he met the other criteria. Would he be honored? As Thomas suggests, and I firmly agree, of course not. No open racist, no anti-Semite would be honored today.
Or sexist.
Or a sexist. But for some reason, there's a double standard here, and gay people are still fair game. And we think that's wrong. And that's one of the reasons, that's the main reason that we're opposing this recognition. There are other people being honored by membership in this Hall of Fame this year, and there are numerous people who have been honored in the past. None of them are outspoken homophobes the way James Dobson is.
Well, look at this. I mean, if even more recent, do you think that they would be honoring Don Imus after all the hateful, unpopular things he said, hateful and sexist and racist things he said? Would you think they'd be giving Don Imus this award? He's been on air just as long as James Dobson, I would assume.
Well, they wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. But again, this points to the double standard. You know, it's okay to honor a homophobe, but and it's not okay. And we agree that that people like Imus and Duke and Coughlin should not be honored because they were and are racists and anti-Semites. But there shouldn't be a double standard here. And in a few minutes, we'll have a chance to talk at greater length about some of the things that James Dobson has said and done.
Well, one I would like to mention was this list he had put out talking about how you to stop your son from being gay was one, toss around a ball with him, and other things. And one thing he had on there was saying, take a shower with your son and let him see your penis so he can be used to seeing, and you won't have the curiosity, and that won't cause him to be gay. So, I mean, this is a man who spouts all this idiocy, and he's being honored. I mean, ugh.
Yeah, there are many reasons why this is an extremely bad choice. Again, the protest of James Dobson, who, unless we can convince Bruce Dumont to derail this misguided honor, will be inducted into the Broadcast Museum Hall of Fame on Saturday, November 8th. If they go ahead with this, we will be there to protest this unworthy induction into the Hall of Fame. Saturday, November 8th at 5:30 p.m. The Renaissance Chicago Hotel, 1 West Wacker Drive in Chicago.